So, the unique, yawn. Heck excited, Grant. It's early in the morning. Anyways, so as I was saying, the unique part about farming, besides the big equipment they use and the long hours and stuff, is that it becomes much more of a lifestyle than just a job. And there's a lot of cool things that come along with farming. And one of those is a deep love for the outdoors. Grant and I don't really get off the farm very much because, again, with farming, the work is never done, ever. There is always something to be worked on, even if it's not in the busy season. So now that harvest is over, as you would say, you'd think maybe there's not much to do on the farm. You're wrong. There are still so many things to do. All sorts of projects and paperwork and all sorts of things. So if you don't just leave the farm, just take off and go on a little trip, you'll never leave.
Never happened.
Never. So Grant and I went on a little trip and did some fun outdoor activities. Grant and I don't show all of our lives. We do a lot of things beside farm.
Try to anyway.
Or try to diversify our lives a little bit. But we did some fun things on the way down to visit Grant's grandparents. Into the forests of Arkansas, enjoying the beautiful views and the rocks. A very fun pastime. If you've never ridden a side-by-side out in the forest, highly recommend it.
Dirt bikes are still better, but this is pretty fun.
Grant does think dirt bikes are better, but side-by-sides are really fun because we can talk to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so much fun. It is a great way to see scenery very quickly. Look at all the pretty leaves I found. Aren't those nice? My favorite part of going on trips, collecting leaves. Look at that. 14-foot head harvesting wheat here. And then what's this one here?
Now that's a later model, and I think it was a 16 or 18 foot there.
Oh my goodness. What year do you think these were taken in? Or which one for this one?
Well, okay. I know this is a 68 model, so it'd have been around 1970.
Oh my
And
goodness.
this here was done, that's a 95 there. No, that's not a 95. It's a later model than this. It would have probably been in the 80s sometime there.
Oh my goodness, look at that. So tell me about where we are, Grant.
We're in the middle of Oklahoma. Corn, Oklahoma to be exact. And funny thing is, I haven't seen any corn out here.
We have yet to see any corn.
Lots
We've seen
of wheat, Milo, and cows. But this is the farm where my grandpa would have grown up at. And they farmed here for almost 100 years. Great-grandpa came from Russia.
Mm-hmm. In the real early 1900s.
Used to be a house right there.
Homesteaded right there. Then they tore that down and built a new one, and then that house was then moved into town.
Yeah.
But people still farm around here, so they took us around, and we got to see fields that he grew up working around, and boy, look at his happy cow.
They sold the farm off a number of years ago and moved to the city, but The legend lives on out in the middle of Oklahoma.
We've just heard so many stories about his childhood and all the fun memories he had farming out here in Oklahoma. So it's been real fun to get to have a little tour around and see where he grew up. So I'm new to this whole fancy car world thing, but we're driving along and we've seen these big hills in the distance and all sorts of fields and just kind of nothing but endless road. And Grant said he feels like
Vanishing Point.
Vanishing
Seen
Point.
that movie?
I have never seen this movie,
Dude's
but I
driving a 1970 Dodge Challenger just around in the desert. I don't know what for, but he's just driving really fast around in the desert.
I think Grant feels like that right now, which is kind of cool. And then I looked up pictures and it's a white 1970 Dodge Challenger. And this is a fun fact I just learned recently. My grandpa had a 1970 Dodge Challenger. Look at this. Is that a dirt mover, Grant?
That's a scraper.
Holy
Everything
cow.
really is bigger in Texas. Look at the tractors they're gonna put.
Oh my
The
goodness.
semi trucks are just awesome.
Wow, okay. Anyways,
Yeah. Everything in Texas looked like it's from Texas.
like it belongs there.
Everything has a grill guard on it, even the SUVs.
We're
flatbeds everywhere.
we're just sitting here, we're eating some lunch, grab some Sonic drive-thru, and we're just kind of watching the world go by. And it is safe to say there's a lot of pickups in Texas, and it is beautiful weather. It's actually snowing at home right now, but it is,
So nice.
well, it's 60 degrees and sunny, and I don't think you can ask for better weather than that. I just realized we're matching. As we get further and away,
Oh look, Lord, dirt bike. Yeah. That guy is having a good day.
as we get further and further away from Nebraska on this road trip, we have gone through, where have we gone through? We left Nebraska, we went through, did we go through Missouri?
We went through a little bit of Iowa, a
Iowa?
little bit of Kansas, a lot of Missouri, a lot of Arkansas, and a lot of... We drove all the way across to Oklahoma. I've never done that before.
Wow, okay, so we've seen a lot of states. But as we get further and further away from Nebraska, we're still seeing a lot of farming, but it looks so different. And so it feels like I'm watching some sort of weird movie or simulation or something, because this is all stuff, like equipment I've heard about, but I've never actually seen in real life. It's just weird to see it in action. For example...
Do they even know what we're doing down here yet?
No,
Oh, you guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, they're probably gonna find out next video. We're driving quite a long ways for this though. We've driven
1,000 miles.
1,200 miles. We've driven 1,200 miles on this road trip and we haven't even gotten to the main destination yet. But you'll find out next video. We've seen a lot of cool things. I'm very excited to share them with you.